Alright, so in this video we're gonna do something fairly simple. We have done it before. We are gonna create something new into our database. We're gonna create a new post. So the way we will do this is first of all validate that it's not empty and that is between 3 and 255 characters. In this case, that's what validation we are gonna go with. Other people might use other kind of validation, and you might only say it needs to be required, and you can post whatever you want. That's completely up to you, but we are gonna go with it this way just to have some kind of standards, and you can of course decide yourself right now. So we are gonna have in a validation of content, and in content we want to set it as required. I would recommend everyone to do this as a minimum. You don't have to put a minimum length, but required should be happening, otherwise you can just post something that would be empty in a database, which wouldn't really be a good thing. It would be very spammy, and that wouldn't make sense as a social media platform if you can click the spam button 500 times. So now that that's it, let's go in and validate this, and if it's validated, we want to basically go in and say we want to create a new user. No, sorry, new post, sorry. So the way we can do this is basically we can go in post controller, in the user controller first of all, and copy and paste these lines here, because we are gonna go in and we are gonna be able to grab the user's token and then go in and grab the user ID from there. And what we can do now is we can basically go in here and copy and paste this, and then we will pass the token through when you create a post for the authenticated user. And then we go in here and say a variable of current user, but you can say authenticated user as well. And then we want to go in and say post. Remember, we already have used the post model in here, up here, and we want to say post create, and we want to go in and basically create a post with the different kind of content we want. So we want first of all content to be there as request content, and then we want user ID as current user ID, and then we want is edited to be false, and then we want to go in and validate that there was no issue with creating a post, and in here we want to then basically return a response with some JSON. And in this JSON we actually want to just return data, which is going to be equal to post, and then we return the entire post we just created. And in this scenario that the validation fails, we want to put in our custom validation error here, which is going to be return response JSON, and then we want to put this into a new line, and in here you want to basically say errors, and then we want to have root error as validate. And then we can get rid of this one, because now we created the post, we got the user ID, and in case of this filtering the spam, what we want to do here is we want to create a separate series for this course for the spam and the quiz system, where you will be able to follow along this one if you want to implement it. In the scenario that you won't implement it and you don't want to implement it, you can basically follow along this entire course, and then if you want to continue with the quiz and the spam system, you can go and continue after this course is created, because that will allow you to skip through that instead of having to figure out where the video is. And I could post a link, of course, but I think it's just way more easy to just build the main functions of the social media platform in here, and then the rest of it will just be in separate series. And who knows, I might create even more than what I've talked about already that will then be added on later on. And if you haven't already, join my Discord channel, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button and click the bell. See you in the next video.